what they're doing to your kids behind your back. You know what I mean? So we got to start looking at ourselves first. Inside. I ain't talking about the physical part. I'm talking about inside, deep down inside of ourselves. Because there, like I said, it's things that's going on inside of us right now that's going to affect us once we leave our physical body. And if you don't have any type of spiritual information put into your spiritual account at the constellations, in your next life, you're going to be somebody who wastes time. A lot of these people you see today just running around playing games. And because in their past life, they wasted their time doing nothing. And so they reincarnated back into the lowest realm, which is the third dimension, 3D dimension. Alright, Black Science TV 111, Osei Kufuor, I'm back at y'all again. I'm in Iowa at the food court. I'm bringing in free information, free literature based upon certain bloodlines of reptilians, because we tend to think that the reptilians is only one bloodline. But you have a bloodline in West Virginia as well, and this bloodline of reptilians is the most derogatory of them all. When you study the West Virginia Europeans, you notice that these reptilians sleep together. These reptilians are on record for sleeping with each other and cohabitating with each other. And then you have another group that lives on the West Coast, as I always speak about, which is in California. These reptilians cannot come into the environment or on top of the earth unless they get into a body that consists of neuromelanin. Neuromelanin is a neurological component that allows or initiates certain frequencies and psychic abilities within melanated species. You also have different bloodlines of melanated species. There's not just one bloodline of melanated people. There are many bloodlines, and these bloodlines are identified by planets. These bloodlines are identified by planets. Now, when you study the brain ounce of those people that live closer to the equator, the brain ounce of the African, not only that, but the cerebral cortex has a fourth coating of a type of melanin that allows the brain capacity to rise into higher dimensions, which gives them the capabilities to initiate telekinesis, mind control, things such as natural enhancers that you identify HARP doing, CERN doing, and things of that nature. So this is the information that I brought FEMA and the hidden underground governments. Because right now, the scientists or NASA claim that there's another planet that's came into rotation that they now actually are able to see. But this planet that they found has a lot of African artifacts on this planet. This planet has a lot of African artifacts. And within these artifacts, they have different telecommunication systems that communicates by way of frequency modulators, which consist of melanin. Again, when you study the vinyl records, which also redirects negative energy and transfer it into positive energy. So that way when they touch your satellites, what happens is it'll allow your REM to be able to initiate a better perfect REM so that you can dream. This is the dream world. Our dream world is our reality. All right? So another thing too, you know, somebody wanted me to touch on our liberation and things. Is that, I mean, we can sit around all day and say black power. We can sit around all day and talk about we the oldest civilization. We can sit around all day and say that our ancestors built the pyramids. But you are not there with our ancestors in the form that they was in to build the pyramids. So what are your generation going to talk about 100 years from now as far as what you're building? Where's your pyramids? Where's your records that you communicated with certain celestial bodies outside of this third dimension or this 3D dimension? Because we wasting time. Black power has nothing to do with your destiny. All of that was set up as a sidetrack, or to sidetrack you from being able to see or to seek out your true destiny. Right now, you're supposed to be communicating with certain bodies or beings outside of the third dimension, so that way you can give your soul information to carry into the next life. Because when you leave this body, you're going to meet information in your next life. People are information. You're going to run into somebody who has information that's going to spark that spiritual DNA in you, that's going to awaken something in you to cause the universe to shift. And again, there is more than one universe. You are just one universe, but you have entities inside of you that have their own universe. You don't just exist inside of a physical body by yourself. You have many souls inside of you, and a soul represents dimensions. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, it is what it is. It's time for us to now come to our true senses, because when you study the third ventricle of the brain within so-called African Americans, the third ventricle of the brain is now shutting down to the point where the fourth ventricle of the brain is opening up to new things as far as communicating with this new melanin that is coating the cerebral cortex in so-called African Americans. We have pyramid-like substance, we have stardust inside of our DNA, and we have pyramid telecommunication within the nucleus and certain parts of our cells that we communicate with in and outside of this dimension.